that. Meadows talking about getting rid of Gaddafi and what that did in Libya. But honestly, we know who can you stop? You're not doing it good. You're like, it's like not good at all. It's really not.
Directly into the sun.
It's not.
So was that? Shove you push fast. That would be fun.
Who do we blame for Libya? Because I know who comes to my mind.
Well, speaking of Libya and who we can blame,
I'm thinking of
the very person who seems to think that she still has a pulse on exactly where this country is.
She just won't go away.
She really will not go away.
Please give her the hook.
She can't be given the hook.
And by the way, and I am speaking of a proverbial hook, although, you know.
Well, it really depends on who you're asking, but. You know, Hillary Clinton, for whatever reason, just seems to think.
To keep talking about her.
Well, it's not.
She won't go away.
Here's my thought. So you put her on CNN. Who exactly is clamoring to get her on there to get her opinion, especially about Trump and MAGA Republicans? Let me tell you something. I have always maintained that when she lost Florida in the 2016 election, and it became clear that one of the other states was going to fall and she was going to lose, just to have been there for the complete psychotic break and meltdown that
glass
she
was
went
broken,
through.
Man.
Robbie Mook was assaulted, from what I understand.
Shit flew.
Like he got hit with a lamp, and like it was serious business. And all that hard work that Debbie Wasserman Schultz did on her behalf to make sure that we could stop Bernie Sanders from getting the nomination.
Well, no, and then she resigns, and Hillary thinks, "Oh, she sucks so badly. I'll
hire her
my campaign
as my campaign co-chair." That was, I couldn't pick a better person.
How'd that work out for you?
But nope, she just won't stop, and so now she's not only going, but if you don't think that she isn't capable.
Isn't she teaching a class? Can't she just shut up and just sit at Columbia with a bunch of elitists and be happy?
How much you want to bet that she probably got like bored of that after like 5 seconds?
No, she's
like,
probably still teaching. It's like each semester is different.
Maybe that is the case. I mean, I can't say for sure, but what I do know.
Can't pass up the opportunity to speak to a group of people.
Look, maybe this is how she's always felt, but I think she's sunk to a new low.
I don't know that that's possible.
I think
she's down there with the plasma.
Well, I don't know. You're going to hear this now. So this is Hillary Clinton talking about what should happen to people who support Donald Trump.
But I think they are intimidated. They oftentimes, say and do things which they know better than to say or do. And it will require us defeating those most extreme measures and the people who promote them in order to try to get to some common ground where people can, again, work together. That's the way it used to be. I mean, we had very strong partisans in both parties in the past, and we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today. And sadly, so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He's now defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when do they break with him? Because at some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members, but something needs to happen.
That word is so, it's like, if you've ever read 1984, you have to understand that that's a mass drop.
Well, what's interesting though is I agree, Hillary. We do need to have a deprogramming of the cult followers, but the cult is the Democratic Party. It isn't who you call the deplorables. The cult are the people that keep voting for people that keep helping them in no single way. That's a cult.
If you look around at a lot of the people who have supported Trump consistently over the past several years, what you will notice is that even though they're voting for him in the GOP, they are not supporting the GOP.
No.
They do not believe in what the GOP stands for. They understand. There's also something to be said for when Trump throws his weight behind certain candidates because he believes that they're going to be good foot soldiers. But you really don't give a lot of these voters enough credit to say, yeah, I'm not buying what this person is selling, which is why Ron DeSantis has basically thrown away his political capital because he thought he was smarter than everybody else. That's the hubris of somebody like Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton still believes that she's smarter than everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
And not only does she believe that she's smarter than everybody else, but she's also the type of person who looks at what's going on in Israel-Palestine and feels it's completely justified. You want to eradicate the Palestinians? It's a means to an end.
Yeah.
They need to be course corrected. We need to deprogram them. It's like in The Shining. It's like, I corrected them, and that is exactly what she's saying. We need to correct these people.
Well, no, they just want them to be out of the way so that they can have their white settler colonial empire, and that's really what this is. This is just nothing other than settler colonialism, and it is the same concept as what we did to the Native Americans here. It is interesting how people can see what we did to them here, but then can't see that we're doing it in live time in the same way. And it's amazing how people are so ignorant. I was talking with someone the other day that I know from locally, and this person is Israeli, and they believe that the people in Gaza are free to come and go. Then they should just leave.
And so when somebody like Hillary says we need to deprogram these people,
how are we deprogramming them?
This is as dangerous language as anything you're ever going to see, because this is coming from people who do believe in censorship, full stop. They believe that people should be othered. It's like, if you support Trump, you need to be tarred and feathered in the public square. Like, that's how they see it. How dare you not support me? I'm Hillary Clinton. I deserve this. I earned this.
They're very entitled. There's a level of entitlement. It's the caucasity.
Hillary, with the amount of money that you have, go see a shrink. Go see a lot of shrinks.
Go knit some booties for your grandbabies. Seriously, go get some help.
And try, if possible, to use whatever leverage you have, because it's dwindling by the hour, to actually do something positive in this world.
Or at least go take your little ill-gotten gains and stop poking at the bear. Because quite honestly, people in glass houses. I don't understand how somebody could be sitting there and talking about all of Trump's misdeeds when the people in Haiti are still waiting for their check. That woman is tied to so much illegal, corrupt crap that she sits there with, and no, even worse, that people are seeking her opinion. They're seeking her opinion. Like, that's,
and this is where I personally break from a number of people in the chat who are saying that
Hillary's not running.
And saying that deprogramming is calling it a cult. No, it's not a cult. Again, you have desperate people in this country who are done with this system. Yes, they see Trump as a demigod, but that's because there's nobody else.
But
no one else is actually out. Most of what Trump says is BS. Everyone knows that. What?
Every time when you're leaning on it and shaking it, the whole thing is shaking. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's, anyone who is looking at it objectively realizes that people are completely lost.
Chris, if she's jockeying for position in case Joe drops out, it's just going to be for naught. That woman cannot win an election in this country. She's just so unlikable.
And the problem for somebody like Donald Trump is that everything is coming for him. Bibi Netanyahu is a war criminal. Do you think anyone is going to do anything now that it's been proven that Hamas attacks were 3 days in advance notice, that they knew what was coming, and he still let it happen to his own people?
Do you know what the kind of distraction that he needs right now? I mean, he's been under like a 3-year-long trial. He's the Trump. He's their Trump. He's actually, though, I think Netanyahu really is a fascist, whereas our Trump's just a narcissist without any real ethos or principles whatsoever. I actually do think Netanyahu is a fascist. But I digress.
And, when Hillary says, again, it really, when I see commentary, remember, Hillary tries very hard not to let the veil fall, but she did in that instant. She allowed it to be shown that she does not believe that, again, this is actually a very good tie-in with what's going on in Palestine. They are dehumanizing these people, much like Hillary believes in dehumanizing people who support Donald Trump. That's her way of saying we need to deal with these people because we need to get people back on the reservation. We need people to be listening to what we say. It doesn't matter if you don't have health care. It doesn't matter if you don't have a living wage. It doesn't matter if we have endless war. It doesn't matter if the planet is on fire. It doesn't matter if we have no real justice system.
Well, it is just for people like her.
It doesn't matter if your civil liberties are taken away.
Well, if we had a just system, she'd be in prison.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.